Hi everybody, I'm Shah. How are you? Well, today we're going to discuss the sun, and I'm using the Mythic Tarot deck by Juliet Sharman and Burke and Liz Green. I'm using the old book. You can get the new book, and the new book looks a lot like the exterior of the card deck box. Purple. It looks like blue here, but it's purple with yellow letters. Okay, so let's get into the sun, and I hope you are enjoying the series. We've only got 3 more cards to do in the big arcana, and then we're going on to the small arcana, but I will be doing a few cards from the small arcana at the same time. Otherwise it will be a very long series and it could be boring. I will see how it goes, because some cards have a very big explanation and some other cards have smaller explanations, but I'm just going to keep it short, and I'll most probably do 2 cards at one time, so stay tuned for the small arcana. But we first have to finish off the big arcana, and the big arcana are the more powerful and influential cards of the tarot. Here again we are with the sun, and the sun is regarded as one of the most important cards, the most positive card in the whole deck. But I think there are other cards like the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups are for me also very important cards, and happy cards like the Wheel of Fortune and the World. They are very happy cards as well. Now you've also got the minors are the 10 and the 9 of Pentacles and Cups, but you've also got the 3 of Cups. You've also got let me have a look, the aces. They're not in the big arcana, but also they have the power of the cards of the big arcana in my vision, as they are a gift of the divine and also a new beginning, success. The aces are very powerful. Like in playing cards, the ace can be used, the 1 can be used as an ace or a 1. They're very powerful. And in some games the 1 or the ace can be used as an 11, and that's the angelic number. Let's get back to the sun card, and the sun card portrays a classically handsome, beautiful, proportioned man with golden hair crowned with laurel leaves, and that's the crown of victory or champion, and bearing on his head the golden disc of the sun. He has golden wings and wears a short robe of dazzling white. In his right hand he boldly holds a bow quite boldly, and a quiver of arrows. In his left he cradles the lyre or the lyre. Framing him are 2 columns and a portico built of pale golden stone, like a portico. Yeah, I would call it a canopy, but it is like a part of a temple in the Roman or Greek sports world. That's Olympus. You can find this back in real life, the remains of Olympus. Okay, portico built of pale gold stone. Behind him a golden green landscape, dotted with laurel trees, glows under a hot blue sky. So here we can see that this is derived from the Greek or the Roman time period, also the sense of dress and the instrument that he's holding, and he is an angel. Now we're going to if sorrow and fear were brought to Apollo. This is the god Apollo. in a song, he would be taken away. Music as an expression of sun god transforms our darkness into light and meaning. So if you're sad, then when you get this card, it's telling you things will be getting better and you are in the spotlight and light is here. Now the laurel leaf that he wears around his head was used to crown the victors of athletic and artist contests. Striving spirit and the crown of victory are both aspects of the sun god. Apollo shooting arrows earned him an epitaph, Apollo Longside, thus implying that he is an image of the part of which can be of us which can be seen or see the purpose and reason for experiences long before we have emotionally processed them and left them behind. So Apollo shooting arrows, actually he looks more like Cupid. He earned a name of Apollo Longside because he could see sharp. He could see the bullseye, so he shot always the bullseye. But sometimes things happen. Sometimes you can't see the purpose and reason for the experience long before we have emotionally processed them. So sometimes things happen and we don't know why they're happening, but we have to work through it, and then we can look back and see what has happened. Okay. Here we meet the radiant sun god Apollo, the gentleman of Olympus, and lord of prophecy, music and knowledge. His nickname was Phoebus, which means the brilliant. Okay, and in the myth he delighted in heights of mountain peaks. He was the son of Zeus by Leto, the goddess of night. Unlike other children, Apollo was not nourished his mother's milk. He was fed nectar and sweet ambrosia, and immediately the newborn baby threw off his swaddling clothes and was endowed with manly vigour. He set forth with the bow and shooting precision of arrows, which with the smith god Hephaestus had made him seeking a place for his sanctuary, but the place he chose was a mountain gorge with thorns, the lair of the vicious female serpent Python, and a beast sent by Hera out of jealousy to destroy Apollo's mother Leto. The god killed Python with one of his arrows, crowned himself with the sacred laurel, and called his new sanctuary Delphne. At the shrine of Delphne he established his oracle, spoken by a priestess who became known as Pythoness. Meanwhile, he left Delphi every year in the autumn and travelled to the mysterious land of Hyperboreans, where he could enjoy an eternal bright sky. Apollo was the enemy of all darkness and could lift from men the curse of blood guilt and the toils of sorrow. But he was a tricky deity, for his oracle was double-tongued and elusive, and his arrows could slay not only monsters but also men. Thus he was the god of sudden death, and well as being a healer who drove away illness and shadows. Prophecy, normally the gift of underworld deities, was gradually appropriated by Apollo until himself became an embodiment of far-reaching vision. On an inner level, Apollo, the sun god, is an image of the power of consciousness to dispel the darkness, like Hagit, who under the name of Artemis was Apollo's twin sister in myth. The god personifies something greater than one individual's capacity to gain knowledge and insight. Apollo is an image of the urge towards consciousness which exists in all life, and therefore he is the natural complement and antithesis to Hegel. Through many long centuries and through the rise and fall of many cultures and civilizations, the thrust towards knowledge and the craving for freedom from bondage of the dark, unknown nature has driven humankind towards impressive, although dangerous, heights. Apollo represents the spirit of intellectual starving, combined with vision of the future, with encompasses an ideal perfection. And that is how far I will leave that story as I go on to my own definition. And so, yes, insight, wisdom, gaining knowledge. The sun is a spotlight. Then the spotlight also means illumination. And that's where that means you need something unseen. You need to do more research to gain the knowledge. Birth. So now I can see where it comes from, knowledge. And you can't do without the dark, without the light. He is the light, his mother was the dark. So there again you've got the balance. Also the four pillars, they will come back in the Four of Wands, celebrations, steadiness, new beginnings, proper foundations. Again, beautiful. Victory, the wreath of the champion. Okay, now here we go. It's number 19, but these cards aren't numbered, so 1 and 9 becomes 10. So again, an ending. Where there is an ending, there is a beginning. Also, if you have the card currency in the Lenormand, usually it is the pentacle, Ace of Pentacle. Okay, now this is the newer deck. I haven't got the deck, but I've got it from the internet. You've got it from the internet, and this is the new version of the deck. This is another version of the deck, but this is the older version. Okay, now the sun is straightforward, wonderful, happy days, abundant, good in you, for you, and around you. It's time to enjoy. It's like summertime, and when it's summertime, then you feel like celebration. The barbecues come out and people get together. So you've got the summer feeling, and this is usually from I would say the beginning of June till the end of August. This card also reminds me of August, summertime, Leo. The sun does represent Leo. Okay. Unlike other cards, there is nothing to explain. The sun is all good. Life rocks, you win. It happens to everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, success. You're in the spotlight. You get most probably what you desire. It happens. If not right now, soon. So be patient. Drink lots of water when you see this card, because this card could also mean that you are dehydrated, sorry, and you need to hydrate yourself. You most probably feel like swimming, going to the beach. So if you think deeper, then like you might want to go under the shower to cleanse yourself because you're so hot, or go swimming. So this card could also mean cleansing. Okay. This card to me also represents that something has come to an end, full circle, like the sun. There could be a sun setting or a sun rising, an ending or a new beginning. There's not a lot that you can say about this card, but it also gives you the feeling that you want to travel, and this card does mean travel. Family is also very prominent in this card, as we've got the house, happy families. Also this could be marriage, because it represents the period, to me in anyway, beginning of June, end of August, summer, a summer wedding, getting together. Also this card means traveling, going on holiday, going to a warm country. That is what I see with the sun as well, especially with the traditional decks like this, Roman. You could be going to an olive, a country that grows olives, like Italy, the Mediterranean, because of also the olive branch, the Roman aspects. So those countries, then the Mediterranean countries. If you see this card, you could say you might be going to a warm country, or you might be going around the Mediterranean. If you want to know a little bit more about geographical places. This could also mean that you might be more one with animals, and you be more playful because of the instrument, the musical instrument, and the god. In the traditional tarot, it is the child on a white horse. That is Apollo as the child riding a horse. So that's where you've got the innocence, the child, the birth, connected with the animal. So children are more capable of connecting with animals, or the innocence, representing the innocence. Something could turn around for you. Even if you lose the path, you can still bask in the sun, because the sun turns around 360 degrees. So perhaps if you were looking for something, and you found the information would help to turn things around 360 degrees. So if you've had a no before, this could become a yes. Well, like I said, it is number 19 and becomes 2. So yes, happy times, you're in balance. If the sun is upside down, it means that you're out of balance. You don't have an ending, you don't have a new beginning, you are not in the spotlight, you might not be going up to the next level in partnerships, whether it's romance or general. But you know, try to turn things round by doing the research. But also the sun means singing, dance, letting your inner child come out, be more playful, and giving thanks, because we're going to the end of August. So also gratitude and thanks for all the delights, like the happiness in the summer, the sun, when the sun is shining on you. So I hope you have enjoyed this explanation. Now I've got 2 other cards like I usually show. I'll have to make it a little bit smaller. Again, this is another deck, and you can see how pretty that is. You've got the top of the mountain, the summit. He's on a cliff here, but you don't see the cliff, but you know the story behind it now. He's taken over Delphini's place, and that's on top of the mountain. So this artist has taken the big picture that Apollo is on the mountain, and this could be Apollo joining the group, going or partnering up. Here you've got two people. You see the other people all around the mountain, but you see two people holding hands, so joining up, and she's reaching out for the rest of people to join in. Family, the sun, the family tree, because it's also the tree at the top of the mountain. I love that. It's a different way. Dragonflies, animals also are very important with the sun. Okay, so she's interpreted differently, but she's interpreted the whole story, boom, in a picture, and I love that. And this is from the Dream Keepers, and here you've got the female, and the sun is masculine, like Leo, Apollo, also fed head, and she's holding his face, being intertwined with the light and the dark, being intertwined with the feminine and the masculine, being in the standing in the spotlight. Beautiful. You can see the clouds are drifting away, things are becoming clear, coming out of the dark into the light. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Now I'll just zoom in a little bit so that you can see more of them. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, or rather the explanation of the sun. If you have any reactions, then please put it in the comments below, and take care. I'll see you when we're going to do the next card, and that's going to be the world. So please like and share, and let us know what you think, and enjoy your day. Ciao ciao.